It's Ashley with Budgets Made Easy in the Money Mindset podcast. Today is day 2 of the spring cleaning money challenge. So we are decluttering, cleaning up our money, getting refocused and reset for the spring. You can get your workbook to follow along at budgetsmadeeasy.com/spring. Remember, this is going on YouTube as well as the Money Mindset podcast. This is episode 139. So if you are listening to the podcast, go back to 138 to start. Of course, you don't have to do them in order, but this is day 2. So watch the previous video or podcast for day 1. And don't forget to grab your notebook to follow along. And there's going to be some prizes and things coming your way inside of the free Facebook group. So if you go to Facebook, the link is below as well, but it's Budgets Made Easy with Ashley Community. So that should pop up. Make sure to come and join us there as well so that you can follow along, get ideas from other people. And I'd love to know what you're doing along with this challenge. So grab your workbook, make sure you're following along wherever you're listening to this, whether it's the podcast, your favorite podcast player, YouTube, make sure you got those notifications on. And if you sign up for the workbook, you'll also get the email reminders as well. And I haven't decided yet. I think I'm going to do a bingo card for the giveaway as well, but you're going to have to get your workbook to get that. Make sure you're on the email list at budgetsmadeeasy.com/spring in order to be entered for that. So I will be sending more information on that this week inside of the Facebook group and the email. So I'm happy you're here with me today for day 2. So day 2 may take you a little bit more time, but I just want you to start thinking about things. If you don't have time to actually implement and take action today, it'll still give you some ideas. So you can take some notes in the workbook to kind of plan, and then maybe this weekend you can take some time to actually implement and take action on it. So I want you to start to declutter some items around your house and sell them. At least try to sell them, right? My favorite place to sell things is on Facebook Marketplace. Sometimes it's hit or miss depending on what the item is. Of course, you could have a yard sale. It is that time of year where yard sales are starting back up. I've seen lots of signs for yard sales around here. So I want you to make a list if you're not going to take action now. What can you sell or put up for sale this week just to bring in some extra money before the end of the month or before, school gets out? Just kind of make a list. And I also want you to set a monetary goal. So what is your goal? Like, how much do you want to make by selling things? Obviously, these things are used. You're not going to make 100% profit unless you were given the item for free, right? But I want you to think about, so is it $100? Do you want to set a goal to sell $100 or to make $100 from items you sell in the next week, maybe week and a half? But I want you to set a specific goal that is measurable and realistic for you. So I want you to think about that. What do you have you can sell? Even if it's some clothes, if you have some nice handbags or shoes that are like basically new because you never wore them. Do you have kids' toys? Do you have outdoor kids' toys? That's a big thing right now that you could probably pretty easily sell. I find that kids' stuff sells very easy, very quickly for the most part. I've had a few random things that just I couldn't even give it away. So they ended up going to Goodwill, but for the most part, kids stuff sells really well. And if you're not used to selling that, there's lots of local mom groups, and make sure that you can sell in them, because not all of them you can sell, but I'm sure that there are at least several locally mom groups where you can sell. Like, that's what the group is for. So, try that. You can also, like, if you have a neighborhood, if you live in a neighborhood, maybe you have a page where people can put items up for sale. I know a lot of neighborhoods have that. I think some people still use Craigslist. I don't think it's as popular as it used to be. Neither is eBay. But of course, you could always, if you want to make that effort, you could try there as well. I just find Facebook easier. Like, almost everybody's on Facebook or Nextdoor. Nextdoor is a very popular app as well, or, your local specific neighborhood group if you have one of those. So let me know in the Facebook group or the comments, wherever you want, whatever's convenient for you. But I want to know what items you can sell and what your monetary goal is. So I want to know, I want to cheer with you. I want to know if you hit your goal. And tune in tomorrow for challenge number 3, which is episode 141 on the podcast. And I can't wait to see you there. Don't forget to follow along with the workbook, budgetsmadeeasy.com/spring, and come join the free Facebook group where we'll have more discussion on the challenges and cheer each other on and see how you are doing, because you know what? It is easier if you do it together and you don't feel like you're doing it on your own. So come join the Budgets Made Easy community on Facebook. I'd love to see you there.